Guys, Stavros from RPM Auto Reviews here at Kia Motors in Clarington. Okay, so here we go. So the K5 is basically the Optima, but it's been revamped, redesigned. I think it's actually gone up another level in refinement, style, interior luxury, and definitely a more powerful engine is an option in the new GT. So you can see from the exterior, it still has that tiger nose option like all the Kias do, and this one's got a little bit more of a different, refined, edgy kind of design. So that's kind of nice, really nice. So the vent here is not only cosmetic. The upper part looks like it is, but the lower part is vented right through, and it comes right through the other side. That's very nice to cool the brakes. And we do have 18-inch rims here. The 16-inch rims are on the LX, but you do get the 18-inch rims when you go to the EX. So one level below the GT line, you're already at the 18-inch rim. Then the GT line also has the 18-inch rim, and then you go to 19-inch for the GT. So a quick note on the lighting. The lighting, even as low as the base model LX, you're actually getting LED headlights, running lights. You know, it's pretty much LED lights everywhere. So when you jump to the EX, you get the LED in the rear tail lights. There's no fog lights until you get to the GT, and then they are LED, which you barely see them, but the fog lights are hiding right here inside this little fin stuff. So if you come around to the side, I say the side profile is nice. It's not edgy. There's a wider indent here that creates the back of the car a little wider. That's kind of nice. It's got the chrome accent here, so overall it's kind of more of a typical sedan. Coming around to the rear, again, this is the GT line, all-wheel drive. So down here we have the diffuser, and let's take a quick look underneath. So you can see there the exhaust tips are pointing down. So these are just decorative. These will be fake vents like in the Kia Stinger. The back, I think, is kind of nice. It's got a little spoiler here as well, which is in the GT line and up only. This is a little longer than the Kia Stinger. So overall, kind of nice. Let's have a quick look at the GT version. There's not really much difference. The front and I say is pretty much the same. I think the only difference are the rims. The rims jump up to 19-inch in the GT, and you get the faster engine in it, which is the 2.5 liter. Power specs will be listed. And key feature I was just complaining about over there is that you do get the exhaust tips back here in the GT. Now it is not dual exhaust, it is one pipe back, then it splits into two, and it looks like all four tips are active, so that's nice. So we don't have dual exhaust, it's one pipe to the back, splits to two. Let's have a look at the inside. So this is the GT line with the 1.6 turbo all-wheel drive. You got a softer, hardy kind of combination feel up here. I believe this is a fake wood, though it looks very nice. We got, like, I guess, a vinyl-y kind of soft feeling here, soft touch here. We got the piano black. Now this has got this little lip here. I'm assuming it might be for easy grabbing to help close the door, because sometimes this is a little further to reach. We've got an okay size cabinet here and an angled spot for a water bottle. Speaker here. Now this one has, I think, only the 6 speaker system, 6 or 7 speaker system, and you got to go to the GT to get the upgraded Bose speaker system. As you can see here, we do have the memory seats in the GT line and GT models. We have power adjustable seats and lumbar support. No lumbar support in the LX and regular EX. I believe we have the power seats and lumbar support for the GT line, which is this one, and the GT. So one of the added features in the K5 that's in the GT line and the GT is that it does have, together with the memory seats, the option to set it so when you turn off the car, the seat slides back and you can get out of the vehicle with more ease. And when you get back in and you start the car, the seat goes back to your position. So again, ease in and out, ease access. So that's a pretty cool feature. The seating is actually very well bolstered and bucketed design. Holds you very nice. I'm impressed with what Kia has been doing with their seats. Like even the Seltos has nice bucket seats, very comfortable. Now these seats, I've already sat in them. I'll tell you now, they feel, I won't say a lot, but I do think I feel a slight more bolstering, padding in them than my Kia Stinger. Very comfortable seats. Thumbs up to Kia for the seating. I do believe though this is a synthetic leather, not real leather, and the Stinger does come with real leather. Very nice design. Okay, so let's have a seat inside. It's on the quiet side here. I'm not driving, but there's a highway nearby and stuff, and it's not as loud as I would think, so it's a nice cabin to be in. So we do have the usual power window buttons here and adjusting the side mirrors and everything. The mirrors do have the folding down feature when you put in reverse. You've got lane keep assist and a traction control button off here. There is a button to open the hatch from here. Press that, and it's not hydraulic, it just pops it open. We got the usual buttons here most cars have with the cruise control and your settings for adjusting features and stuff in the center digital console. So it's got a huge center console. It doesn't have the little tray that some cars have here. It just has one big option there, and there's no other USBs or anything in there. We do have the wireless charger right here. Okay, so I have a Samsung S10e and I can't get it in there, so just for size reference. We have heated and cooled seats for the GT line and the GT. Driver select modes, heated steering wheel. I believe heated steering wheel is for all trim levels have that. The auto hold, electric parking, good size cup holders here, as you can see. The shifter does have the Tiptronic for like a manual mode. We have a very good size cubby down here, and we have the 2 USBs and a 12 volt. Lots of actual touch buttons for your climate control and turn knobs for syncing the two and a digital display. That's nice. Up here we do have a 10.25 inch screen, which is I think the two upper models, and the lower models have the 8-inch screen option. Lots of buttons here for also adjusting things, maps, navigation. So a couple of good hard touch buttons, including your volume, and the rest up here is digital display. Okay, oh yeah, and here we have the side part here. I'm not a big fan of when cars have this thing here. I know it makes the car look more driver centric, kind of like a cockpit and all that stuff. I don't know, it's just me. I think it's a personal thing. I don't really like it. Someone who maybe wants to come over here and plug in their phone, this might be in the way. I don't know. Up here we do have a softer material. Most likely that's fixed stitching. We do have the touch lights up here instead of an actual press button. You just touch it, right? It's kind of nice. We do have a panoramic sunroof, and this part of the back does not open. It's just up to here. This big screen, listen, I think most people like it because they love big screens these days. I'm a little old school. I don't want really big screens like this personally. Is it cool that it blends into this part of the dash here instead of being separate? But for the techie people, I'm sure they're gonna love the bigger screen. Okay, we do have the seat height adjustable option there. So regarding headroom, leg room, and hip room, I think the headroom is a little bit on the shorter side for a vehicle of this size, but hip room and leg room is pretty decent. One thing to note, the heated seats and the cool seats, it will not connect with the auto start and turn on the heating or the cooling, which is kind of not so nice for winter time and getting into a car and not being able to have the heated seats already turned on. I don't think it's an oversight. I just believe it's probably because the toggle switch type cannot connect to an automatic system like that because it doesn't know which way to turn on, whereas a push button only has one option. So I think it's just the design doesn't allow it. So overall, to sum up the interior front cabin, I do think it's very nice. It gives you a bit of a luxury feel. You don't feel like you're just in a basic Ford or sedan type car. I don't think it's at the same level as the Kia Stinger. So the door does open almost to a 90-degree to get things in there, to get your child seats in there. So that's good. Nice size cabin. Nice to have the sunroof there. Alright, so getting in is actually relatively easy. The seats, I would say, are very comfortable back here as well. There's a bit of a bucket shape to them as well, creating a bit of a hugging. Definitely good hip room. Lots of leg room. Now the seat is positioned where I would be driving at 5.5-ish kind of feet tall, and so this is how much space we have. This is a lot. I mean, this is probably like 9 inches or something there. It's a lot. So lots of leg room for tall folks back here. I've only got enough for my 4 fingers to go over top of my head without touching the roof line. So some cars you can get all 5 in there or more. Again, most sedans that are on the sporty side usually don't have a lot of headroom in the back. So I'm not saying this is negative compared to other cars it competes with, but just for reference. And we also have 2 USB ports back here for your passengers, but no heated vents right here. So they most likely come down from the underneath the seat. If I sit at the back straight up, I can barely have to squeeze my 2 fingers in above my head just to have a reference for the height available for a middle passenger. As you can see there, there's the small cubby there for the kids side, bottle of water or other stuff, and power window and the heated seat button back here. Now there is an option in the front infotainment system to actually turn on the heated seats for the back passenger as well. So we got the same thing here. I'll lock myself in here. Quick reference, this button is the one that locks the back window and door. That's why I couldn't get out. So besides the button inside, you can open the trunk from back here. There's the rear view camera there, but there's a button right here, and it just springs open. And you got 15.3 cubic feet of square feet. That's pretty good. Okay, so the approximate dimensions, just for reference, are we have about 45 inches from the back there to here, almost 60 inches, so just shy of 5 feet in the most widest part right there. Between the wheel well, we have just shy of 40 inches, and from the height to here is around just about 21 inches. And that opening for the pass-through, well, I don't have the measurement, you can tell it's pretty good size. And we do have the pull tabs here to unlock that. That one didn't pop down. And to close it again, it's pretty light here, but when you get near the end of the closing, there's tension here, so you got to give it a good little push down. You can't, in the winter conditions, put these up like people do so they don't get stuck to the windshield in winter days, because it'll hit here if you try to lift it up, so it doesn't have that option. So let's have a quick look for the interior of the GT. The interior is pretty much all the same, except for, of course, having the accent red stitching design here. The seats, of course, having the red accents in them. Otherwise, it's all pretty much the same features. The GT does come with the Bose stereo system. I don't know how many speakers extra there are, but I think there's so one of the other differences for the interior is that the whole display here, the speedometer, tachometer, all that is all digital, so that's an upgrade. The Stinger doesn't have that either. And the GT does come with the paddle shifters for a sporty or enthusiastic drive.